Welcome to another edition of Small Business Review. I'm Ernest Everett Lacey, your host. Today, my guest is Rodricus Kirby. He's the owner of SBLS Enterprises. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Thank you for having me back. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
good.
that.
A new venture.
Very new venture, very new.
What's the plan?
I believe the plan is to help entrepreneurs get their businesses up, as well as provide services that they'll need, like logo creation, graphic design, stuff like that.
Okay.
As well as showing them this is what you need to do from point A to point B.
Okay.
And getting your business started.
Okay, great. Give us a little bit, tell us a little bit more about your background, Rodricus.
Well, I've been in business in general for about 5 years now.
Okay.
5 years, and I was primarily doing graphic design, graphic and website design, but I saw that there's a need for entrepreneurs to be developed and be trained
Okay.
in everyday things that you and I go through.
Sure.
You know, budgeting, how to start your business, business planning, marketing plan, all that essential stuff that you need.
Sure.
So, I mean, my background pretty much involves being an entrepreneur up to small business with Entertainment, which I was doing last year.
Okay. I'm kind of struck by this SBLS. I said, when I kept looking at it, I said, now, what does that mean? You know, so kind of share that information with us.
SBLS stands for the Small Business Learning Series.
Oh, man.
And that's going to correlate with a series of seminars, a series of products, and a series of services that allow entrepreneurs, or help them, rather, to get their business up and going, as well as give them services and products that they need, essential things that they need to get a professional image out there on the market.
All right. So now, hey, when we talk about products and services, what are going to be some of the ones that you offer, a little bit of in-depth information on those? Well,
one thing that we're working on is a book series on how to start your business, how to market your business, and principles and things that you need to know to be a successful entrepreneur. Another thing is a seminar series that'll be teaching principles and topics out of the books. Also, some of the services we'll be providing is website design, graphic design such as logo creation, business card creation, and flyer creation, stuff like that.
Now, let me go back to this teaching process.
Yes, sir.
Is this something now that's published, or something that you're in the process of publishing in terms of
it's in the process
of small business?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great.
Yes, it's in the process. Almost done with the first one.
Oh,
it's going to be a series of 3 books, and we'll see if they get expanded to about 6 or so in the series. But right now we're looking at 3.
You know, I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. I can't think of any books that are out there that basically do that.
Yeah, the great thing about the books, they not only show you how to start a business, but they walk you through my experiences as an entrepreneur. And that's very important because people need to see how I got to where I am.
Definitely.
You know, that makes it very valuable to them.
Oh, sure.
Instead of just showing you step by step, go down here, get this, fill this out, instead of doing all that, just showing you exactly how I did it as I was doing it.
Right. And that makes it a little bit different, to be quite honest with you, you know, especially in terms of academia. Not meaning to be critical of academia, but, you know, many times, you know, professors get books that are written by people who have basically done it, like you're stating here, and they basically teach it to a classroom of students.
Exactly.
But your approach is altogether different. Look, I'm going to teach you the way I learned this process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From the ground up.
From the ground up.
Yes, sir.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How soon do you think this whole process will be completed?
Hopefully, we're looking at towards the end of the year, where we have the first one up, and then, but before then, we're going to be teaching the seminar series until the books come out. I mean, the principles and such, we have that now. We have the experience now. So we can share that with everyone through the seminars.
But you won't be able to release any of these materials until, of course...
Until about towards the end of the year.
About the end of the year, because you have to go through the copyright process on the books and all these other kinds of things.
Got to make sure you keep your ideas yours.
That's right.
That's one of the things we'll be teaching on.
That's right. Yeah. No question about that. In your opinion, why is there really a need for it?
Well, as an entrepreneur, when I was starting in business, I went through a lot of pitfalls. I met a lot of different people and came across a lot of different situations that I really didn't understand how to handle. I mean, as a business owner, or even as someone that wants to start a business, there are so many things that you need to do first before you even launch your product or launch your services.
Sure.
I mean, there's a wealth of information at the library, or you can go to the SBA and all that, but there's no one out there, no company out there that really shows you how to do it step by step, as well as provide you services and products that you need along the way.
Okay. Is there anything else that basically encouraged you to offer this service, other than the fact that there's nothing else out there?
Well, I saw a need for, well, on a daily basis, I would come in contact with a lot of people that sit behind a desk. They work a job for X amount of years. They've got this idea that God gave them. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to work it. They don't know where to start. And I would help them, and I was like, man, there's really a need for people who aren't entrepreneurs yet, but have the desire to become one. And that's what I'm going to be providing. Yeah.
You know where I thought you were going with this? And basically, you got to this point, and then you kind of peel off in a little bit different direction. One of the other things I was going to bring up to you is that I think another thing that I think is encouraging about what you're doing is that there is also a group of people out there that not only are sitting at a desk, or they could be working a regular job, you know, doing manual labor, that have ideas, and they basically want to see where these ideas go them, because God gives us all a gift.
Yes.
We all are gifted.
Yes.
Now, whether or not we basically use that gift is basically up to us. But the other thing I see that's happening, if we go back and look at the labor market in terms of where people are in general, the middle class is disappearing.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why they are disappearing is because of no increase in salary, or the increases that they have received are so ridiculously low.
Yes.
I mean, for an example, if we look at this last bill by the Congress in terms of increasing the minimum wage, that minimum wage increased to $7 and some odd cents. I think it's going to take place over what, 2-3 years?
Yes, sir.
It in no way coincides with the cost of living. Now, if a person is basically going to try to make up the difference, or try to get himself or herself where the cost of living is, what do? The only thing I can think of is the creation of their own business.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, it's not just starting a business, but it's also, I mean, you look at taxes, and you look at certain benefits that you get from being an entrepreneur.
Sure.
As well.
Sure.
You know, and there's also people that that associate themselves with other people who say, okay, well, you can use my system and become rich overnight. Or you see all the commercials on TV.
Sure.
You know, how to do this in 60 days and use my system and you'll be rich in 30 days or something like that. You know, this is no system. This is no get rich quick scheme or anything like that. This is proven tips, facts, and experiences that I've gone through to show you, okay, you need to just slow down for a second, take your time, let's plan this thing out, and I help you do it every step of the way.
That's great. That's great. What makes SBLS Enterprises, how is it going to be different from SCORE and the SBA, a lot of other different organizations?
Well, number one thing, we're not competing with them in the sense of, well, we just want to take all your people, your clients from you, and use them with us. So we're not doing anything like that. We would rather cooperate with everyone, because we're in the same business, we have the same goals.
Sure.
It's to help people start a business.
Sure.
The only difference is we'll be able to provide services such as graphic and website design where they can't.
Right.
You know, they can't do that. They're government owned and operated.
And Rodricus, since you got to graphic and website design, how important is that?
I mean, a website in general is a marketing tool that takes you from being local to global in matters of weeks. Okay, so I mean, websites in themselves are marketing vehicles. They drive sales, they provide excellent customer service if you know how to use it right, and they can provide you with a pool of clients that you've never dreamed of. You know, it opens the door to a global economy instead of just being a local commodity. Okay, graphic design is where you begin into your logo, which is your business identity. Anything as far as your flyers or how you're going to market this thing or how you're going to put business cards together, all that is essential to getting your face out into the public, bringing in sales. That's why all of this is very important.
So in other words, what you're saying here is that we're not talking about really a local business here, where neighborhood, whatever, you know, or a business just for the city of Memphis or the state of Tennessee or for the good old USA. We're talking about taking you international.
Exactly.
With your product.
Exactly. That's through strategic marketing as well as website and graphic design. You
can do that from home.
From home. Exactly. I mean, the possibilities of the internet, they open up the door, I mean, wide open. They bust every door down. I mean, you can be at home, you can be anywhere, essentially in the United States or the world. It doesn't matter where you are. You can own and operate a business from home. And these are some of the things that I'll be teaching in the seminars.
All you need is Federal Express, United Parcel Service, and what's some of the other, DSL?
DSL, yeah. Yeah. And exactly, and you know what the thing is, they pick up your packages from your house.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to go to the post office anymore.
Right. And just sit at home and just operate out of the convenience of your home.
Exactly.
My God.
Exactly.
Things have really changed.
And you have a lot of people that are scared to step out there and start a business because of quick get-rich-quick schemes, and you have people that are scared of people that try to use them, you know, or give them the wrong information and have them going down a path that they don't even be going down in the first place.
Right.
But the seminar series is going to be designed to empower you, to inspire you, and get you equipped for success.
Have you ever thought about this program in terms of schools?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a need for, especially college students.
Yeah.
Students that are about to come out of college and go on their own and get into the real world. A lot of those kids, they have inspirations and aspirations to start their own businesses and their own projects. I was one of them. I mean, I started a club out of the Memphis College of Art, a gaming club. And then after I left the school, I tried to start it on my own, but it didn't go as I planned it. And if there is someone that could teach me, or there was some information, or someone that can hold my hand as I was getting this thing up and going, I'd be a multi-billionaire right now.
The reason, you know, the reason why I said school, and I was thinking, I'm not saying that there's not a need in college, because it definitely is.
Right.
The only reason why I kind of focus in on high school, for one reason, it would give students in the high school, especially your juniors and seniors, who are about to get to that point where they're starting to make a decision, start making decisions that's definitely going to impact their life.
Exactly.
It's for them to start looking at another option that they probably haven't looked at before.
Right.
Because most of the time, as you know, even my generation too. I mean, when they came out of high school, the only thing they were basically focused on probably was college. Right. Hey, I'll go to college, get an education, and go out and get a job in corporate America. Well, what about going to college to focus on opening up your own business?
Exactly.
Because I got a taste of the principles of Kirby, you know, and now that I've got those principles on my belt, hey, I'm ready to go into college and look for anything that's going to enhance that part of my life.
Exactly. I mean, when I was in high school at Cravemont, home of the Chiefs, might I add.
Okay.
When I was in college, or high school, I didn't really straighten up until I got out of high school. Okay. And in the transition from high school to college, I was full of ideas. I was full of energy. I was ready to do something, make an impact in a world that I didn't know anything about.
And there's nobody out there to help you do it?
There was no one out there to help me do it. I mean,
interesting.
Seminar series, it's not just for entrepreneurs or people behind a desk. It's for anyone that needs to learn essential keys to success.
Sure. Principles
to how to do this thing we call entrepreneurship.
And you know something, I'll tell you something else. As you talk about what you want to do, Rodriguez, there's even a need for people just to have basic things.
Yes.
I mean, you need to know how to run your household.
Exactly.
Are you aware that there are people, the reason why that they're in a lot of financial problems today is because they do not know how to run a household? In a household, I mean, you've got to know, you've got to make a lot of decisions. You're your own You're your own purchasing manager. You got accounts payable.
Yes, sir.
You got receivables. You got everything. You got everything that the average business has. And many people don't look at it that way.
Exactly.
But all you are is a mini business, because that's what it is.
That's what it is. You wear many hats.
You wear many hats.
Many hats.
I mean, there's money coming in. Money comes into a corporation or a business, and money's going to flow out. You got to pay the bills. You got to keep the lights on. You got to keep the water running. You got to. Yeah, I mean, there's no difference.
There's no difference at all. I mean, you might as well go ahead and start a business to take care of your household.
Exactly. And even if you decide at some point, hey, this is just a little bit more than I had thought I was going to take on, but at least I got the basics. I can even run my house better than I ran it before.
Exactly, exactly. And in the seminar series, we'll be teaching foundational topics and some foundational things that will essentially help you to stay grounded in what you're doing. That way, if you decide to get out of business, you can go back to a normal life without any of the negative things that may follow closing a business, such as taxes and liabilities, such like that.
Yeah.
Strong foundation will help you.
Exactly.
To stay strong in those situations.
Exactly. One of the things I was thinking about when we look at the housing market today, I mean, it's in a mess.
Yes.
I mean, with the foreclosures and things of that sort, excuse me. And some of the information that I'm hearing, the reason why a lot of those people are in the trouble that they're in is because they dealt with these adjustable rate mortgages.
Right.
Which is a no-no. And when you think about that, I guess if they had taken the principles of Kirby, hey, they would have known better. Hey, you just don't do that, regardless of what that situation is.
Right.
There is a better way, and it's all about the learning. It's about the learning process. It affects every aspect of our life.
Every aspect.
No question about it.
What we'll be teaching are principles of leadership, as well as how to start a business and how to market your business. Also, being a leader in your business, so that it doesn't matter what kind of business you try to start, whether it's real estate, whether you're going to do a marketing firm, or even a pizza store. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. You'll be able to stand strong in those situations like that.
No question about it. I like this. We talked about the difference in the other organization. Have you scheduled any events for the year 2007?
Events were going to be posted on our website, the sbls.com.
Okay.
We're looking at hosting them actually a lot right here at the library.
Okay.
In the conference rooms.
Okay, that's great.
One of the first seminars that we're going to be doing is a look at the book of Proverbs, at the Bible, and how that corresponds to business.
Man.
Very different.
No question about it.
Yes, sir.
Very different. The book, you're going to use the book.
The book of Proverbs.
The book. Okay. Why do you think it's so hard now to start and manage a business? Is it money?
Money is one of the factors. I mean, as you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I've got to do this and do that. Most of it comes from money, but I think a lot of it comes from who we are and how we've been raised. And, our circumstances kind of dictate where we are going to go from here. And one of the things about the seminars that we're going to be showing you is not to look at your circumstances, but to look at where you want to be. And then you start making